Importance of plant genetic diversity. The onset and spread of industrial agriculture and increased urbanization are responsible for loss of plant genetic diversity. Monoculture practices, where you only grow two variety or three varieties of same crop. Cutting of rainforest results in loss of habitat, and this is all results in crop failure because of high risk to diseases and adverse weather condition. Therefore, it is critical to bring back and reestablish plant genetic diversity of crops so that crops can adapt to climate change. They can fight diseases, pests, and adverse weather, and they can be improved through plant breeding. By having plant genetic diversity, balanced ecosystem can be established. Origin diversity of crops. This map shows that major center of origin of cultivated food plants around the globe. It is based on the pioneering work of the Russian scientist N.I. Vavilov, who traveled extensively over the 5 continents and proposed these independent center of origin in 1926. These center of origins are Mesoamerica, which includes Mexico and Central America, the Andes, Mediterranean, Near East, Ethiopia, Egypt, and Central Asia, West Africa, Indian subcontinent, China, and Indo-Malaysia. These center of origin are vital for the future of sustainable agriculture because they are home to genetic diversity of major food crops. Genetic diversity is needed for breeding new improved varieties of crop to develop resilient food production system that can cope with climate caused stresses like drought or salinity. Here you can see few examples of genetic diversity of food crop potato, corn, beans, tomatoes, wheat, and rice. Origin and diversity of crops. In this table, you can see few examples of the crop and their center of origin and their spread. Potato center of origin is Peru. Now it's spread all over the world. Chickpea center of origin is Fertile Crescent region. Now it's grown in Indian subcontinent, US, Australia, and Canada. Wheat center of origin is Fertile Crescent region. Now it's grown all over the world. Corn, Mesoamerica. Now it's grown all over the world. Beans, center of origin Mesoamerica. Now it's grown all over the world. Black pepper, center of origin South India. Now is grown in Brazil, China, Southeast Asia. I would like to share an interesting factoid here about black pepper. Black pepper, which was grown exclusively in India, was as expensive as gold in medieval Europe. Trading it via the Silk Route gradually became very costly for these Europeans. It forced them to look for a sea route to India, leading to numerous expeditions to find such a route. Of course, the most famous expedition was that of Christopher Columbus, who ended up discovering America while looking for India, which in turn led to Europeans discovering potato, tomato, corn, etc., and spreading it to rest of the world. Seed banks. The 1960s saw global plant breeding initiative to produce high-yielding varieties of major cereal crops such as wheat, rice, and maize. This gave rise to industrial-scale monoculture agriculture practices that are based on one or two varieties of each crop. This has resulted in tremendous loss of genetic diversity of food crops. In 1974, it was decided to address this serious issue by establishing the International Board for Plant Genetic Resources, along with a number of global seed banks for the major food crops and their wild relatives. Seed banks are a collection of seeds saved to preserve genetic diversity of plants. Seed bank can be a living collection, for example, live plants grown in a vertical garden, or a seed collection. Soil is also a natural seed bank, often seen as weeds. The stored collection are funded by large organizations at national and international levels, for example, Svalbard Global Seed Vault. Example of some seed banks around the world. CIMMYT is International Maize and Wheat Improvement Center for Maize and Wheat Seed Bank located in Mexico City. International Potato Center, collection of potatoes in seed banks located in Lima, Peru. Global Seed Vault in Svalbard, Norway. Navdanya is a non-government seed bank located in Dehradun, India. World Vegetable Center has collection of tomato in seed bank located in Taiwan. International Rice Research Institute maintains a seed bank for rice in the Philippines. In Canada, the Plant Gene Resource of Canada, PGRC, located in Saskatoon, is the main source of genetic diversity of food crops. It celebrated its Golden Jubilee in 2020. For more information about PGRC and its activities and resources, you may visit its website shown here. Navdanya, a non-government seed bank in India. Towards the end of the 20th century, it became clear that farmers play an important role in managing genetic diversity and contribute to its conservation. It was also realized that a handful of seed banks alone will not be able to conserve all the genetic diversity in the world. What we need are large number of local seed banks that are easily accessible to local farmers. We also need to combine these local seed banks with on-site dynamic conservation activities that allow the natural adaptation process to take place. An excellent example of such efforts is Navdanya. It's a non-government seed bank located in Dehradun, India, which was founded by the prominent activist Dr. Vandana Shiva. The word Navdanya means nine seeds in Hindi. Navdanya has been conserving climate resilient and nutritious indigenous seeds in more than 150 community seed banks and has been freely saving, sharing, and breeding native varieties. Across 22 states in India, grow real living food from Desi living seed. I had an opportunity to meet with Dr. Vandana Shiva and see the excellent work Navdanya has been doing to conserve genetic diversity of food crops in India. This concludes the module on plants in permaculture. Thank you for your kind attention.